said, fast bowlers enjoy this venue.
He made a mistake, really. He just didn't hard enough. Certainly, with the action of the bat, deliberately hit it in the air and wanted to be staying in the air, but he just didn't hit it hard enough. The flourish of the bat wasn't sufficient to take it over. Eklawaya, though, down there, I mean, shot was fully intended, just didn't hit it well enough or wide enough. Like Shubman Gill got out the other night against New Zealand. Identical almost.
A good catch by that man on screen. Piyush Rabada has been the enforcer for South Africa through the middle overs. Has really been used with the new ball. His role in the team is to try to get wickets at this phase of the innings. All teams know the importance of doing that. And generally when he gets wickets, and he gets 3 wickets or more, 85% chance of winning a game for South Africa. Such an important member of that bowling attack. 8 wickets so far in this tournament. All of them have come through the back end of that first power play or through the middle overs. Best of 6 for 16.
Overs gone, 48 for 4. Players will all enjoy a drink.
This drink break is brought to you by Vital Tea. Vital Pure, Zindagi Jio.
एक धूप में जागेगी खेल की उमंग, चाय और क्रिकेट. Vital Pure, जिंदगी जियो.
Here comes the ball and he missed the shot.
ये शॉट तो मैं एक हाथ से मार लूं.
मौसमी एक्सपर्ट, हाँ? मंथली सोशल प्लस से एक्सपर्ट कमेंट्री चलती रहे. 20 GB डेटा, 100 दूसरे नेटवर्क मिनट्स, सिर्फ 350 रुपए में.
अपने सफर से मैंने सीखा, पीछे ना हटना. इसलिए आगे बढ़ना है तो फिर के फिर उठना. नेस्ले माइलो, जो दे एनर्जी आगे बढ़ने की.
खर्चे कम कैसे करें?
बाबा खेले.
चलो आ जाओ.
बीमार पड़ गई तो टेस्ट, दवाइयाँ, हजारों का खर्चा.
हजारों का खर्चा बचा सकता है लाइफ बॉय. बीमारी की असल वजह है जरासीम, जिनसे लाइफ बॉय दे 100% यकीनी हिफाजत.
बड़ी हिफाजत,
बड़ी बचत.
सर्फ एक्सेल का नया अलग अंदाज. ये जिद्दी दाग निकाले पर इनके सॉफ्ट पर्ल्स रखे कपड़े नर्म मुलायम.
सॉफ्ट.
सर्फ एक्सेल, दागों पर सख्त, कपड़ों पर नर्म.
अपने सफर से मैंने सीखा, पीछे ना हटना. इसलिए आगे बढ़ना है तो फिर के फिर उठना. नेस्ले माइलो, जो दे एनर्जी आगे बढ़ने की.
जीतो स्पेशल क्रिकेट प्राइजेस. अपने स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी के पीछे कोड को स्कैन करो और पहनो जुनून का रंग.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और वर्ल्ड कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री. और
फैसल बैंक, बढ़ो यकीन के साथ.
खर्चे कम कैसे करें?
बाबा खेले.
चलो आ जाओ.
बीमार पड़ गई तो टेस्ट, दवाइयाँ, हजारों का खर्चा.
हजारों का खर्चा बचा सकता है लाइफ बॉय. बीमारी की असल वजह है जरासीम, जिनसे लाइफ बॉय दे 100% यकीनी हिफाजत.
बड़ी हिफाजत,
बड़ी बचत.
जब सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी. मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं.
पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं.
बड़ी धूप, बड़ा पैक, बड़ी बचत. सिर्फ किन्नौर बड़े पैक्स के साथ.
Introducing the all-new KFC Zinger Supercharger, जिसकी हर बाइट में मिले एक स्पाइसी चार्ज, क्योंकि ये बाप है गेम का।
बड़ी धूप, बड़ा पैक, बड़ी बचत, सिर्फ स्किन और बड़े पैक्स के साथ।
PSO Diomax, पाकिस्तान का पहला प्रीमियम हैवी ड्यूटी डीजल इंजन ऑयल, परफॉर्मेंस ऐसी कि दुनिया चले।
एक घूंट में जागेगी खेल की उमंग, चाय और क्रिकेट वाइट।
India and England, Lucknow, lovely ground, the MCA in Pune. Afghanistan on a bit of a roll, playing some really good cricket. There was so much flair in last night's win, but also so much efficiency to it. And there we go. A reminder, the top 4 teams qualify. 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3. And South Africa, at the moment, going well. Here's Gerald Coetzee, who steams in, hits the pitch hard, on a massive heart, and plays the game with a certain passion. All makes for very agreeable watching. Calisthenics out there for Sard Williams. Well, it's not easy to play against South Africa at the moment. I've just been thinking about their recent performances. I wonder if they've ever been matched. They've won 3 of the 4 games in this tournament, assuming they win tonight, that is. And their previous 3 matches in one-day cricket against Australia, and they've won them all by making huge scores, and each of them by more than 100 runs. 4 of them against Australia. Incredible. But they batted first every time. Man back, but he won't have anything to do with it. Just been thumped unceremoniously into the crowd.
Yeah, there's been a few play and misses. This one on the angle. It's directed slightly straighter. Dust just helps it on his way. That's beautifully timed. Using the pace, not looking to get the wrists and roll over it. Just looking to hit it up and over, much like what we see from Rohit Sharma.
Yeah, once a batter is there for a while, you get used to this bounce. Once there is bounce, you're backing yourself to play shots square of the wicket. A really good shot from Litton Kumar Das.
Good comparison, actually, like Rohit Sharma. That is how he pulls the ball in.
Yeah, just having a look at the bowling of Coetzee. This is his cross-seam deliveries. That was did for Joss Butler at the outside edge. And he got the wicket of Harry Brook, also cross-seam delivery. He's looking to use it as effectively as he can. Cross-seam delivery. Sometimes it just skids on quicker than you think. Did for Adil Rashid. And that's all about his variations and what he can possibly do. So he's a man who runs in, holds a cross seam, tries to bowl as quickly as he can, and invariably he's somewhere near that off stump and asking questions.
Introducing the all-new KFC Zinger Supercharger, जिसकी हर बाइट में मिले एक स्पाइसी चार्ज, क्योंकि ये बाप है गेम का।
HBL नशा जो देता है उनको हर फाइनेंशियल मामले में आसानी और खुद मुख्तारी, सबका मुस्तकबिल हमसे जुड़ा। HBL नशा।
एक घूंट में जागेगी खेल की उमंग, चाय और क्रिकेट वाइटल पियो, जिंदगी जियो।
बड़ी धूप, बड़ा पैक, बड़ी बचत, सिर्फ स्किन और बड़े पैक्स के साथ।
नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली स्ट्रॉन्ग शैम्पू, प्याज की ताकत लिए।
Massively flat.
I wonder if the cross seam is simply the speed at which the ball comes off the pitch. So if it's hitting the flat shiny a bit, it'll skid, and if it hits the seamier bit, if you like the seam part of the ball, it'll get stuck a bit in the surface, so it makes the pace of the pitch feel uneven. Could that be it? Or heights of the bounce?
Well, if it pitches into the actual seam as it's cross seam, it kind of sometimes stands up, and if it pitches on the shiny side, it slides through. So it creates a bit of a variation, and that's what sometimes do for individuals.
But sometimes I wonder if because of the technology we have now to investigate these things, to analyze and then to show on screen, we actually know more than we knew previously, that the ball did react like that when bowlers couldn't keep the seam up, when the seam wobbled naturally rather than, if you like, on purpose. And equally, people would sometimes bowl a ball cross seam as variety.
KG's dad is in the house again tonight. We've got an interesting one to tell you about KG. His career, when you have a look at his career stats, you'll have a look at his best bowling figures. 6 for 16. And that was against Bangladesh on debut in Dhaka. He got a hat-trick included in that. And the wickets of number 2 and 3 in that hat-trick were Das and Mamadullah, who are at the crease at the moment. His bowling figures on debut includes a hat-trick. It's too good to resist.
I know to ask you then, when Marco Jansen ran in today on a hat-trick, we'd only had one hat-trick before by a South African in a World Cup match. Can you name him?
Well, I might just go down the route of JP Duminy.
You knew.
It was in different overs. It was one in an over before and then 2 in the next over that he bowled. I was actually on commentary at the time, and I wasn't 100% aware that it was a hat-trick. Someone had to remind me and just prompt me. There's the man in picture.
He's the one on the left. Eric Simons was a good bowler. He's now the coach. Very good. Now, he would have been brought up hitting the seam. Very much his strength. Hit the pitch hard, just back of the leg, keep hitting that seam. Oh, well. Yeah, had to be. So Rabada has one of them again.
That delivery length is key here to this delivery from Rabada. He's attacked the stumps. There might have been a suggestion of a second noise, and we'll go upstairs and have a look if there was an inside edge involved.
TV umpire director, we have a player review for LBW. The original decision is out. I've checked the front foot, it's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on, please?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Roll us through. Okay, ball goes close to the bat there. Can we go through to ultra edge to see if there's any bat involved, please? Roll it through, yeah, flat lines, it goes past the bat, so there's no bat involved. We can go through the ball tracking what's available, please. It's coming up now, original decision out, pitching outside off, impact in line, wickets are hitting. You can stay with the original decision of out, Joel. I'll let you know when you're on screen. Signal now.
Very good to see.
आज का कड़क चैलेंज, कड़क चाय का कड़क दाग निकाल पाएगा एरियल?
एरियल, जो कपड़ों की तह से निकाले चाय जैसे कड़क दाग, सिर्फ एक धुलाई में।
नया लाइफ पॉइंट नेचुरली स्ट्रॉन्ग शैम्पू, प्याज की ताकत लिए।
पैंथर टायर्स, लेवल ही हो रहा है।
जीतो स्पेशल क्रिकेट प्राइजेस। अपने स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी के पीछे कोड को स्कैन करो और पहनो जुनून का रंग।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करें, फ्री लाइव वर्ल्ड कप स्ट्रीमिंग देखें और जीतिए लाखों के इनामात डेली, वीकली एंड मंथली। यही नहीं, बम्पर प्राइज में मिल रही है 1600 सीसी कार।
रहबर के थर्मस जो रखे देर तक गर्म,
Rapper from the House of Eagle Star.
न बिजली जाती है न बिजली का बिल आता है, तो आज ही बिजली के बिल को क्लीन गोल्ड करें। इनोवेक्स सोलर एनर्जी, बिल की फिक्र से बेफिक्र।
मोर एनर्जी के लिए नेस्ले माइलो, अच्छाई से बना अच्छाई के लिए।
From Nestle. नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली स्ट्रॉन्ग शैम्पू, प्याज की ताकत लिए।
अरे यार, इससे अच्छी फील्डिंग को ये 4 साल के बच्चे ही कर ले।
मौसमी एक्सपर्ट, हाँ?
चलो चलो बॉल पकड़ो।
जोन की वीकली आजादी से एक्सपर्ट कमेंट्री चलती रहे। 80 GB डेटा, 1000 दूसरे नेटवर्क मिनट्स, सिर्फ 500 रुपए में। तूफान जगह।
अपने सफर से मैंने सीखा, पीछे ना हटना, इसलिए आगे बढ़ना है तो गिर के फिर उठना। नेस्ले माइलो, जो दे एनर्जी आगे बढ़ने की।
Have another look at this LBW because the ball does move.
Yeah, you have a look at this wobble seam from Kiki Rabada. So he's had this wonderful ability to shape it away from the right hand. He's been asking questions of the outside edge. And then he goes to the wobble seam and that one just nips back. Beautifully bowled by Rabada. Appreciated by Eric Simons. And everyone in the South African side.
He'll be disappointed because he was there for a while, Litton Kumar Das. And just staying on the skills that the bowlers develop in terms of hitting the seam, the cross seam, the wobble seam. I think batting in the subcontinent pitches has been really good batting surfaces. Not a lot of grass. You see that wobble seam and it just comes back in. So as a bowler, you need to develop that skill, and you don't have it naturally because you've got to practice it out in the nets to ensure that in your repertoire you need to have different skills to stop the batters from scoring runs. That's just beautifully bowled. Just the wobble seam and it just comes back in.
Wondering if it's an attempt at a seam-up ball that he doesn't quite get right, and it then does wobble rather than deliberately a wobble seam. I talked to Vernon Philander about that in the last South African season, and he said in the latter half of his career he learnt and used the wobble seam ball more often, but he'd start with his fingers a little wider on the ball and have the seam canted. It looked to me as if Rabada released it to land seam up, but who knows?
Razzle.
Just fascinating. Yep. There were bowlers in the old days prior to reverse swing who said, well, I reverse swing it, or used to reverse swing it, but I didn't know I did. I just sometimes turned it round to see if it swung a different way because it wasn't going. It swung a bit, and that's how I bowled that day for a few hours. And, you know, it just wasn't known as reverse swing. So probably all of this has happened before.
बड़ी धूप, बड़ा पैक, बड़ी बचत, सिर्फ स्किन और बड़े पैक्स के साथ।
फिर से डैंड्रफ का डर हमेशा सर पे सवार।
ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स जो जड़ तक जाए ताकि डैंड्रफ वापस ना आए। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स कंधे से बोझ हटा दे।
किचन इसकी फील्ड वहाँ झंडे भी ये गाड़ा है ये बाप अपने गेम का तो विकेट्स भी उड़ा।
Introducing the all new KFC Zinger Supercharger, जिसकी हर बाइट में मिले एक स्पाइसी चार्ज, क्योंकि ये बाप है गेम का।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और वर्ल्ड कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। और लातादार डेटा के लिए वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 100 GB डेटा सिर्फ 500 रुपए के।
Let's see if you back the South African win double. Be an exciting few weeks ahead.
Well, you might or you might not if they don't win the next weekend against the All Blacks. Then your bet's done and dusted. One thing I will tell you about this bowling lineup of the South Africans, which maybe people haven't worked out, is that they've got 5 specialist bowlers. The 6 option, Aidan Markham, he hasn't bowled a ball in the tournament so far. In every game, they've only used the 5 bowlers. and in every game, every one of them's got a wicket. But the only one we need now tonight
clipped nicely. That was there to be hit. A leg stump half volley. Mehdi puts it away.
He may be batting down at number 7, Mehdi as a Mirage, but he can bat. India knows that. Got 100 against him in the one-day game last year in Bangladesh. Very good shot. This is the shot of a top-order batter. Nicely played. Not the easiest of shots to play, that mid-wicket drive. They want 2 here. Don't think so.